have you applied for a visa before, or do you know someone who is just about to, or you just don't know how to go about it and you don't want to use like an agent, you want to do it yourself? Yes, I always encourage people to do it themselves. Like, it's really not that difficult. If you do it once and you get it right, then you would have the confidence to do it over and over again. And so let's go to school. I'm your teacher. So stay with me. Granting visa application is strictly at the discretion of the UK. Yes, the discretion is fully that of the UK visas and immigration, but there's so many things that you can do to improve your chances of being successful. UK embassy is one of those embassies that I always advise people to go for an overkill. Like, if you watch most of my other videos, particularly videos regarding visa application, I always talk about providing enough sufficient relevant information, because you're probably not going to appear for an interview. You will be assessed based on the documentation, the information you provide in your form, and the proof of that, whatever position you claim in your form, which is what I call documentation. Now, if you get that right and your circumstances look good, trust me, you will be granted a visa. So I actually like the UK visa because they give long-term visas, and with the UK visa there are other destinations that you can visit visa-free if you have a UK visa. Now, the first thing you want to do is that you want to identify the type of visa that you are applying for. And because my focus is mainly tourism, I'll focus on the visit or the tour, or what is also known as the tourist visa. Now, the tourist visa is usually granted for 6 months, as in if you apply the first time, chances are you would get 6 months, and then after that you would get 2 years, and then 2 years, you know, they have the option of 5 years, and then they also have the option of 10 years. So the first thing you need to do is that you need to identify the visa that you are applying for. Now, where do you do that? You would go to the official portal of the UK government. I'm going to include a link in the description box. I would also spell it out here. So that's the website that you would go to. Now, once you have identified the visa category that you want to apply for, then you need to proceed and complete the online application form. Now, you just have to follow instructions. If I have to put you through it, I will just be, it will defeat the purpose of this video. So go there and read. It is from reading that you would understand what they're saying. So now, once you have done that, you can now proceed to pay your visa fee. You can make this payment online. I'm going to share the link for the fees. You know, just at any time you visit that link, you would be getting the updated schedule of the fees that are payable. Okay, so now what have you done? You have identified the visa category that you're applying for. You have gone online to the UK government official portal, which I have shared a link here. And then you have completed your online application. You have paid your fees. And then the next thing you want to do is that you want to book an appointment at the visa application center. Like in Nigeria, we have centers in Lagos and also Abuja. You have booked your appointment, and then you should also print your appointment confirmation. I would include the link to the current visa application centers in Nigeria. Like, it's a company that handles visa application for the UK embassy. Now, these people cannot influence the decision, you know, of your visa application. So don't believe anyone who touts themselves, you know, like they are able to influence that decision. No, it's only a visa application center. It is not the embassy. What they do is that they are the institution involved in collating all these documents and then forwarding it to the UK embassy. So it's just a submission center. So once you have done this, you would go ahead and book an appointment. This appointment you're booking is to submit your documents. Like I said before, it's not going to be an interview. You're only submitting your documents, or whatever questions that they might ask you would just be in relation to the documents that you have. So you would have the option to scan and upload your documents, before you go and submit them, to the visa application center. That just makes it a lot tidier. But if you don't have access to a printer and scanning facilities, you can actually do that at the visa application center, but you would pay for it. Because they are providing a service, they do charge a fee for that service, and so this can be paid at the center. Once you get there, you can pay it there. Now, the next thing you're going to do is that you're going to submit all your documents to the visa application center and also submit your passport to the center. Now, there are options. If you go to the website, there are options that, maybe before COVID, they used to have like the fast track options where you can get like your passport, in 5 days. They used to have like the VIP service where you don't have to wait in long lines. There are other add-on services that they provide, but like I said, due to the pandemic, some of the services may not be available. So you should also check with them, for these options and whatever is available. So once you have submitted your application, your supporting document, and your passport, your biometrics would also be taken. And then once that happens, all you have to do is wait for a decision on your application. Now, you would ask me that how long, is the wait time? Like, typically it used to be, let's say 15 working days, within 15 working days, which was about 3 weeks. But of course, because of the COVID, we have lots of backlog. So it could take up to 7 weeks. That's why if you do plan to travel, it is always important that you plan, really early. You have up to 3 months before your trip, to book your appointment and apply, so it doesn't mess with your plan. You need to have your bank statement. For the UK embassy, they require a minimum of 6 months bank statement. And then also you need to have a hotel reservation. It's important because, if you're traveling, unless you're staying with someone, then you just need to have proof of that, maybe like an invitation, to stay in the person's place. But I always advise people, if you're going there for tourism, you're visiting, just go and just look for cheap hotels, just something reasonable. If it's not cheap, if you can afford luxury, yeah. But you can go and look for hotels within your area of interest, and then you pay for one, and then you don't have to, you don't have to pay for one. You can just have a reservation that has maybe like a long allowance. Some of those reservation would allow you to make payments up to 7 days, to cancel or make payments up to 7 days before your trip. Now remember that you're applying, say, 3 months before your trip, so you would have enough time. So go online, spend time online. You can do it yourself. Don't go pay money to get a free hotel booking. Go and find somewhere that you may like, and then book it and then use it. And you might also want to have like a flight itinerary. Now, it's not compulsory. UK embassy, they're very reasonable. They're not one of those people that insist that, they must see a flight itinerary. No, those are very reasonable people. So if you do have a flight itinerary, you can attach it. But if you don't have, don't worry about it. It's not that relevant. Now, I'm going to give you tips on what you should do if you want to successfully apply for your visa. I can tell you this because I have done it myself over and over again, and it works. If you are employed, you want to attach your leave approval letter. No, first you should have your employment letter. Yes, have a copy of your employment letter, your leave approval letter, and your salary slip if your company issues your salary payment slip. If you were recently promoted, attach your promotion letter to your employment letter. Now, you need to get an introduction letter from your office. Now, an introduction letter from your office, maybe from your HR or the admin partner in your office, it basically just, introduces you that, okay, this person with passport number, this is she's a senior associate or a partner with our firm, and she has her leave has been approved for this to this day. Remember that you would have your leave approval letter, and she intends to visit the UK on holiday, and so we expect her back on so and so day, and you're actually vouching that you behave well, you're trustworthy, and that they trust that they are vouching for you. That's basically what they're doing. They're like standing and telling, convincing them that, look, this person is good. We don't have any problem. We trust that you should grant them a visa because they have done well for the organization. So you just get someone to write a simple introduction letter for you, and then you should also write a cover letter for yourself. Like I always tell people, always accompany your visa applications with a cover letter. Why? Because with the cover letter, you can say anything that you want, like you just be, it's not, you're going to ask me, is it different from what your firm is introducing you? Yes, it is different. You're basically just talking about your trip. For example, I would say, my name is this, and then this is my passport number. I work in this firm. This is what I do. I have so and so years of experience. I have traveled to this place, and now I want to go to the UK on holiday. The reason I want to go to the UK is because I want to see this place. I want to spend time here. I've read a lot about this place. I think it's beautiful and it's the ideal holiday spot. So I want to explore, and also I understand, I like made in UK products. So I also want to explore shopping in this region. And so I'm applying for this. This is where I am going to be staying. Remember, you have attached your accommodation. While there, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be paying for my trip, and I have attached my bank statements showing income that I have. Now I am going to talk in details about funds. If you have any huge funds, that maybe on a regular does not enter into your account, and then you probably have it in your account, and then you think it might raise a question, you do want to explain the source of the funds. Or you can see that on so and so day, I had this income that came to me from a property that I sold, this, you please find attached the documents, and the sale of something, you just want to explain that. I always tell people that for whatever position you declare in your application, always have documents to back it up. Now you might tell me, if you forge documents, well, they will know. Well, they may know, because I know some people forge and get away with it, but you would not, if you lie, you stand the risk of being banned for up to 10 years. Yes, UK, they don't play. They will ban you, so you can see that your cover letter is where you can explain all those things. Yes, I know your company has introduced you already, but this is you going to town, just marrying everything, all the things that are all over the place into one letter. So the moment they pick up your letter, they see it's convincing. So you say, okay, you can see this monthly income from my job, which is this, and then this particular income, I got it from this document attached, I promise to abide by the rules and terms of the visa, being issued to me, and then to return to my home country after my visit. And then when you do that, return to your home country. When you say you're going to do something, then do it. And when you do that, you just advise them to give you the visa, and then that's basically what your cover letter does. It allows you explain and marry all the documents that you have. That is why I always accompany my application with one. Like if you were previously denied a visa, your cover letter is where you can go to town. You can talk about it. It doesn't have to be a very long letter. At most, it should be 2 pages, but as much as you can, limit it to 1 page, because they don't have time to be reading all that. So you attach your cover letter. If you are self-employed, yes, you do want to have documents that show registration of your business. Now you would say, oh, you've been doing a business, but it's not really registered. It will be difficult to prove that you actually own that business. If you have a business that is not registered, is not on record, then not that it cannot work, but if you require proof of that business, then what will it be now? It doesn't help you, So it's always best that once you're in business and you're serious, you get your business registered. And then you also want to attach your bank statement. It could be your personal bank statement, because I know people who do business but then don't pay the money into their business account, or I don't know, whatever. But you can actually show proof by you attaching your personal bank statement. And then, of course, if you're employed, I always advise people include your ID card. Yes, I know it's an overkill. That's part of what I am talking about. Put the ID card there. Of course, you're scanning it, so it's just an ID card for them to say, yes, this is where I work. If you're married, I always say, for family visitors, you want to include your marriage certificate. You also want to include a letter from your spouse. That's if you're not traveling with your husband and then you're going alone, have your husband write a letter to the embassy. So basically, your husband is just going to say, this is his name, you're his wife, you got married this year, you're the mother of his children, it's your birthday, and you've always wanted to give, he has always wanted to give you a special treat, or maybe it's not even your birthday, of whatever reason. He's just basically saying that he knows that you're traveling, you're going on this day, you've gotten leave from work, or you've gotten leave from your business, you're traveling for 10 days, you're going to be returning home. He's basically just acknowledging the fact that, yes, you're his wife, he knows you're traveling, and he's expecting you back to him and your children. So that actually shows strong ties, which is very, very important, because the visa officer will look at you like, oh, okay, she has a family, she has a loving husband and these children, she won't just abandon them and go abroad. Like, that's the natural way they would think. So have your husband write a letter. Then if you have photos of your marriage or your family, just family photo, like this fine photo, put it there. They will say, they don't let them scan it and add it. There's your family. That is what I'm talking. When I talk about going for an overkill, that is what I am talking about. You want to do it good the first time. So even if they want to deny you, they'll say, this person has tried. So that's what I am talking about. They would consider the financial circumstances that you declare in your application form. Second, they would consider your past travel history, if any. Third, they would consider your family circumstance. That what I mean by they would consider the strong ties that you have in your country of residence. And then they would also consider the supporting document that you provide. Now you see how it's very important. These 4 things, if you get it right, your visa application will be approved. Your bank statement should have periodic income. If you earn a monthly income, ensure that the bank statement you're attaching is the one that has the regular income that is paid into your bank account. You might ask me, oh, how much should I have? I have a video that answers that question, how much you need to have. So I will include the link here so you can go watch that video to see how much you need to have in your bank account to be granted a visa, if you want to know. In terms of proving ties, I always advise people that if you have a property, you have title documents to your property, you also want to include it. Basically what that does is that it just shows that, oh, look, you have this investment. If you have monetary investment, you have fixed income, you have investment in anywhere. It could be bonds, it could be mutual funds. You just have investments in the country. You want to attach that. If you have asset, you want to put it out there. Even like in Nigeria, when people own things, when most people own it 100%, like if you're driving a car, chances are majority of people probably bought the car 100%, and so you have a receipt of purchase. You have the receipts that you purchased your car, you have your car documents. Yes, it forms part of your ties. Include it there. Then I also know, like in Nigeria, people pay their house rent 1 year, 2 years in advance. Like, imagine that you are traveling abroad. Would you be paying house rent for 2 years and then you abandon your house and travel? No. Now, that house rent that you have paid and your landlord gave you a receipt forms part of your ties. So put it in there. Like, okay, my rent expired last month. I renewed. I want to travel next month. I'm still coming back. I have a home to come back to. That's qualifies as ties, you know. So I'm saying that these little things that you do can actually help, you know, prove that you do have strong ties in your country. Now, because travel history is also important, particularly when applying for the UK visa, you also want to, of course, scan, pages of your the stamps you have from your previous travels, to also include there. If you have visas, with the stamps, these are also things that would actually help you. So I hope that this was useful. If you liked the video, just hit the like button. I like it when you like my video. And then also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. So what is my name? My name is Otto Tom. I'm a lawyer, a Nigerian lawyer, and then I'm also a travel content creator. There are so many videos on my channel that can help you. So also explore these videos, because some of the things I'm explaining here, for each of them, I have a topic that actually addresses some or all of them. So if you don't want to apply, for Schengen visa, the US visa, there are content on this blog to help you. So don't just watch this one, watch others, so you can do it better. Like I've traveled, I'm able to bring content like this because I have traveled across 5 continents of the world with a Nigerian passport. Trust me, I have been to more embassies than I can count, so I know what I'm saying. And most of these things, I did it alone. You don't need anyone to actually help you do it. You can actually do it yourself, so do it yourself and then share your experience here. Leave your comments if you have any questions and I would respond. Thank you very much for joining me today and have a good day.